On into Saturday, where the thrills included Lenoris Sellers scampering for what I thought at the time was a go-ahead touchdown. It proved to be a game-winning touchdown as South Carolina upends Clemson in Death Valley with a Cade Klubnik interception in the end zone at the end of the game. They were 18. They were in field goal range, but disappointing turnover for the Tigers. Again, because of Syracuse's loss, Clemson actually finishes the day. Hey, you know what? Win and you're in. We're just going to go to Charlotte, where we've won 7 ACC championships since 2015. Driving distance from Clemson. We win that game, we're on to the playoff. But certainly a lot of hurt, sting, and disappointment coming out of this one. What kind of eyes did y'all have on the Chickens and the Tigers?
Oh, I had plenty of eyes because mine eyes are smitten. And I apologize to you guys. I apologize to our listeners, and I apologize to everybody, because for the next however many months until next season starts, I am going to be hyping up Lenoris Sellers so damn much. He will be number 1 in my quarterback power rankings next week, which might be a terrible thing for him, honestly, because the last 2 weeks, the number 1 QB has lost. But I have just been kind of falling in love with him a little bit more every single week since he came back from the injury, because he's playing really well. Like early in the year, all right, this is just a dude who can run, and he's not throwing the ball at all. He's not what anybody's going to have wanting to drop back 40 to 50 times a game chucking the ball, but he's getting better at it. He's improving. He's still, as we saw in this game, he's an excellent runner. He is a phenomenal college football quarterback, and I think he's only going to get better. I think that South Carolina better start scrounging up some cash, because a lot of people are going to be coming up to Mr. Sellers now in the next few weeks and into the offseason saying, hello, sir, would you like to come and play for my football team? We will pay you this much money. And I just think it's deserved, because I think he's really good, and I think he is the biggest difference. I mean, he is the South Carolina offense for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Like, he does everything for them. They have a very good defense, and they have Lenoris Sellers at quarterback, and that's working very well for them. They just beat Clemson. They've beaten a lot of good teams with that formula, and I love the kid.
I mean, we talked a little bit about this season, how he looked a step slow off the ankle injury. Man, he looks pretty healed now. And has for a couple weeks, and 166 rushing yards, long of 38. Like that's really the easy button they would hit. And the passing was 13 of 21 for 164, which is really no great shakes. But just over and over again, how many first downs do you think he ran for?
Like 30.
Yeah, they had 20 first downs. Probably 6 or 7 of those were Sellers' legs, maybe more. I was really impressed by how well he ran it.
He also runs for more yards than he does in terms of the net yardage.
Oh, like, he runs around a lot.
Yeah.
It's very rarely a straight line.
Oh, no. His heat map is incredible. And like the way that and that's the thing is, when you are that gifted, I mean, golly, who knows what it would be like to be in that body and mind in that moment, but he really sees it. Like, he does a great job of evaluating what's in front of him, figuring out his way to get to where he needs to get to based on the first down marker, based on the situation. I mean, there would be a lot of times where I would initially say, what are you doing? But he'd end up with 6 more yards than if he had just gone straight like I would have. He's been doing it now. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They are 9-3. They have played really well against almost everybody on their schedule, except for the 23-6 or 27-6, whatever the Ole Miss result was.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing looks like an absolute anomaly. I mean, but this is an old Buddhism right here. We get like 12 versions of a team every single year. The version of South Carolina that played Ole Miss is the outlier data point that I'm willing to throw out when I think about the Gamecocks, just because for a lot of reasons, health among them, I just think that they are a very, very good football team right now, and much different than the one that was completely incapable of getting anything done against the Rebels.
I mean, I wish they could have more of this defensive line back next year, but they will have some. And I fully expect them to hold on to Sellers. Like that's kind of a circle the wagons, I think, because his legs are really special. And if the passing can make another leap this year, like that's like they have some real chance next year. Especially if the offensive line continues to grow up a little bit. Like they got some nice things going there. It's pretty impressive.